Right, so today is October 13th, 2021, and it's a day trade recap. Um, I did, I traded two things today, just like yesterday. Uh, did some options trading and then did futures trading. Messed up my options trading again today, lost $2,500 on that, but it wasn't because I think there's a conflict in the way I trade options to the way I trade futures, and I tried using some of those techniques, and didn't really work. And yeah, I just exited the trade, and I don't want to even look at it right now. I know what I did wrong, um, but I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was focusing on two markets at the same time, and just had a bad assumption about the trade. I just jumped in short with my full size, and the market reversed, and then it returned back to my entry. By which point the premiums had already crushed everything. Or should I say the Greeks had crushed the premiums, so I couldn't get out, or rather, if I got out at break even, I had already lost the money, so I cut the trade out of a bit of anger. Anyway, today I took this and did really well up until a point, and then messed it all up. My final PNM for the day is 1,082. That includes the 200 I made last night. For some weird reason, NinjaTrader adds your trades for the previous day in there, and I'm not really sure why I did that, but anyway. And I did something today that, because I messed it up, I just ended the day. I stopped trading once this candle just started printing. I got out here, and of course this is what I missed, but it's what it is. And I'll explain why what I did when I got out here. Didn't need to get out here because my exit was actually up here, or even I actually had two exits. I had one here, like two. I split up my exits in two. I had one here because I wanted to challenge this level, and then one slightly up, just kind of a measured move up. I messed it up, and when I got out here, well, okay, I'll talk about it. What happened was, when we were here, my average price was here. Basically, I went long. Where did I go long? I went long here. Was it here? Can't remember. Actually, it's easier if I just show the points. There we go. Show markets. All right. So yeah. So I went long here. What's happening here? Okay, let's talk about this first, and then let's talk about this. I went long here, and I didn't like. No, I think I went long on this bar. Yeah, I went long here. That's it. This bar. Went long at this point. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see it better. I went long on this bar at this point. Price reversed, and the reason I went long was because of this bar. And I just thought, okay, fine, double bottom. Chances are we're going higher. Put your stop down here. I actually had a really wide stop. My stop was like a measured move of this, way down. So I entered only one contract because it was about 20 points. So when I went long on this bar, and then the bar closed red, as I say black, I've changed it from red to black now because it's easier to read. I decided, you know what, I need to get out. I don't like this, so I bought another contract here. My average price was round about where I went long there. Yeah, so I got out my average price, put the thing there. So that was just me managing that trade. And the reason why I did that, I was just thinking about it. 1, 2, 3 is a wedge, so we're probably going to go down, which is exactly what happened. I don't know why I decided to go long again over here. I think because I saw this bar had closed, and I just thought, okay, fine, if this bar gets beaten by another bar, I would go long. So I went long and then entered at the top here, entered some more here, so my average price had dropped to somewhere in between here, and then started to retrace down. And I looked at it this way. I thought, okay, I was a bit confused. I said, okay, is this one leg, two legs? I mean, it's two legs technically, but it's a wedge. 1, 2, 3, 3 lows. So I thought at the time, maybe we were going to have a third low, and this is just the final flag, and this is going to be a really big low, breaking the supports. But then also was aware of the fact that we had this wedge. So if you see, I had this wedge that had been developed. This is the second level. This is the third level now. Yeah, as you can see, so this is 1, 2, and 3. So I thought, okay, well, if we have this wedge, then this is definitely a low and we should be reversing. So this, and if that is the case, then this will probably come here somewhere because there's some buys here. So as we're coming down, I started to added here, and I had 42 contracts. My average price was round about here. So when we crossed my average price and got here, I then looked at my P&L, and that was the first mistake I made. It threw me off. I had 42 contracts here. My first exit was 18 contracts would be here, and then the last one will be all the way up here. I took this one and got out here, and then I was looking at it, and I just didn't want it to do this thing where it'll come down and then just drop completely. So I then now said, okay, well, I messed up this trade now. Let's just get out now. And I got out here for, I think in total about $800. And then as I got out, this bar just rallied up, closed, and the next one went up. And I saw it in front of me and I got annoyed. And at that point, I thought, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm not interested in trading this anymore. Prior to that, I took a trade on here just from this wedge, got in long, and this was just a test. I said, okay, let's see. This sold off strongly. This was early in the morning before the market opened at 8 o'clock. The market, the ES sold off strongly. Now, why did I go long here? Oh yeah, I went long here because I had an area of demand here. If you look at it, facing. So I said, okay, I would take this long if we at the break of this take a higher in this candle. I'll put my stop here, but I actually put a wide stop, and then we started to go up. I added more as we went up, took some off here, and then took some more here, and then this is what happened. And I thought, oh damn, I shouldn't have gone out too early. So I had made some really good money here, about $200 here. Oh wow, so actually, my P&L was about 500 or something, so I only made 500 here. Meanwhile, I had 800 here when we had, so I messed it up because I think I clicked close and it just hits the market there. So that was what kind of messed up my day, and I just thought, okay, I'm not trading anymore, I'm going to leave it. And at that point, I left it, didn't trade anymore. But as you can see, this is what we're doing. We're still in this trading range. So if you look at this, we're in this trading range already. We were in it yesterday, where I think, yeah, this is what we traded yesterday. This is yesterday's session. This is the Globex overnight session. This is today's session. I think overall, if we look at the 4-hour chart, yeah, so being in this trading range here, up, down, so we're still in the trading range altogether. So this is just a down leg in this trading range. It could still go up because of the double bottom. Up, pull back. Oh, sorry. And then bulls are holding this area, so it's a higher low, but we're still making lower highs. So we're in a triangle. And we could go up to test this level, or we can come back down to test this level. So we're kind of in the middle. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll see if I have any trading opportunities. I am looking forward to it. And we should be making some good trades. I'm not going to be taking options trades anymore. I'm going to just focus on the ES because I quite like trading the ES. I love the setups on it. I love finding setups on it. I like the fact that a lot of the time you guys are within ranges, but when it's rallying, it really rallies. So, yeah, I looked at why didn't I take this short. When we got here, I wasn't too sure because it is a test of yesterday's. Was it yesterday's high? It was a test of some high anyway. Yeah, it was a test of this level. So, yeah, it was a test of this. So definitely, this is a great place to go short. too early to just jump in at this point. This is a very bad signal bar, so could not take it short. I could if I wanted, but risk's too high. Didn't bother. Big bar, consolidation, final bar. And that's why I decided to go long. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's what I did. Oh yeah, I didn't go long on here because bar was too big. I considered getting on the 2 minute chart, but too big. I said, okay, I'll go on the second one up, even bigger, so I didn't bother. And that's why I got in here. And then I asked myself, what am I doing? Should have waited for the double bottom. This is a better signal long, and then just ridden this all the way up.